These moments are so funny, they transcend time and space.
So, anyone for Dodgems?
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Doctor Who was actually hilarious. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be going over some of the funniest moments from the revived series of Doctor Who. As usual for Doctor Who lists, spoilers will ensue.
Hello. Oops. Sorry. Don't worry, I wasn't listening in a world of my own down there.
Number 10, I Speak Baby, Various. While the TARDIS may translate most languages they encounter telephatically for them, the Doctor has also picked up more than a few languages on their travels throughout history. One of these is, at least according to him, the speech of infants.
It's okay, she's still all yours. And really, you should call her Mummy, not Big Milk Thing.
Okay, what are you doing?
I speak baby.
The first time this is demonstrated is when the 11th Doctor meets Amy and Rory's newborn daughter, Melody, who apparently takes after her mother, as she seems to think his bow tie is rubbish too.
No, it's not. It's cool.
The Doctor next illustrates this skill when caring for his former flatmate Craig's baby Alfie. However, according to the Doctor, Alfie prefers the name Stormageddon, Dark Lord of all.
Yes, he likes that, Alfie, though personally he prefers to be called Stormageddon, Dark Lord of all.
Sorry, what?
That's what he calls himself.
How do you know that?
I speak baby.
Of course you do.
Number 9, Fish Fingers and Custard, the 11th Hour. Newly regenerated and having crashed into a small girl's yard, the 11th Doctor soon sets about thoroughly bewildering young Amelia Pond.
Who are you?
I don't know yet. I'm still cooking.
Besides his general odd behaviour due to the fact that he's still cooking, the new Doctor then demands various foods, in an attempt to acclimate to his new taste buds, except despite his enthusiasm at each new dish, he immediately reacts negatively and often violently towards them.
Bacon. That's bacon. Are you trying to poison me?
This continues for a while before he eventually settles on the most unusual combination, fish fingers and custard, a dish that becomes a favourite of his. Number 8, The Doctor in Rose's Flat, Rose. The very first episode of the revival sees the 9th Doctor meet Rose Tyler. When he tracks some of the living plastic back to Rose and her mother's place, plenty of comedic moments ensue in a short period. The Doctor flatly rejecting Jackie's attempt at flirting is quite great, but the real fun only starts when the Doctor goofs off while Rose makes coffee, speed reading a book, critiquing his new appearance, and trying to unsuccessfully trick shuffle cards.
Anyway, if we are going to go to the police, I want to know what I'm saying. I want you to explain everything.
Maybe not.
Even the Doctor being attacked by a living plastic arm is amusing, as the face actor Christopher Eccleston makes while being choked is priceless.
They're the same. Give a man a plastic hand. Anyway, I don't even know your name. Doctor, what was it?
Number 7, Strax the Butler, the Snowman. The Doctor encounters plenty of interesting and amusing characters during their travels, but one of the funniest is the Sontaran Strax.
Sir, permission to express my opposition to your current apathy.
Permission granted.
Sir, I am opposed to your current apathy.
Thank you, Strax.
Employed by a Silurian detective and her wife in 19th century London, Strax is hilariously unsuited for his profession, often threatening guests as often as helping them. For instance, he promises that if Clara attempts to escape the first time they meet, he will destroy her before asking for her coat.
Do not attempt to escape or you will be obliterated. May I take your coat?
Many of his moments, particularly with Clara, are an absolute riot, as his inability to discern gender and his thirst for unusual and excessive violence lead to a plethora of funny encounters.
And we will melt him with acid.
Okay, that last part?
And we will not Melt him with acid.
Number 6, the Oval Office, the impossible astronaut. When the 11th Doctor and his friends take a trip to America in 1969, they're understandably surprised to end up in not only the White House, but the Oval Office itself when the TARDIS materializes invisibly. While President Richard Nixon is describing a mysterious message to an FBI agent, the Doctor walks into the middle of this explanation and is a bit abashed when they discover him taking notes.
Oh, hello. Bad moment.
The ensuing chaos that results is full of funny lines, from River reminding the Doctor that they're dealing with shoot first, ask questions later Americans, to the Doctor's codename for his friends, to his outrageous list of essential items.
I'm going to need a SWAT team ready to mobilise, street level maps covering all of Florida, a pot of coffee, 12 jammy Dodgers and a fez.
Get him his maps.
Number 5, Manic Poisoning, the Unicorn and the Wasp. The 10th Doctor and his companion Donna Noble may be one of the finest comedic duos the show has ever had. While it was tempting to choose their hilarious reunion, executed in mime, we think this scene is even funnier.
I've been poisoned.
After the Doctor is poisoned during a murder mystery with Agatha Christie, he, Donna, and Agatha rush into the kitchen so the Doctor can cook up an antidote.
Ginger beer!
I beg your pardon?
I need ginger beer!
The staff's bewilderment is great enough, watch out for that ginger beer innuendo, but things really get going when he and Donna start sniping at one another as he tries to explain what he needs using charades. We'll never think of Harvey Wallbangers the same way.
Cocktail shaker, what do you want a Harvey Wallbanger?
Harvey Wallbanger!
Well, I don't know!
How is Harvey Wallbanger one word?
What do you need, Doctor?
Number 4, the 3 Doctors meet, the Day of the Doctor. Doctor Who's 50th anniversary special is filled to the brim with hilarious moments, but the funniest definitely comes as a result of the interactions between the Doctors.
Compensating? For what?
As much as we enjoy the 10th and 11th Doctor's first meeting, we find it even more amusing once the War Doctor drops in. The older/younger incarnation of the Time Lord is incredulous at both his future selves' appearances as well as their remarkable immaturity, and 10 and 11 certainly turn their attributes up to 11, bickering like a pair of siblings.
It's timey-wimey thing.
Timey what? Timey-wimey?
I've no idea where he picks that stuff up.
Some highlights include the War Doctor's reaction to how the future Doctors use their sonic screwdrivers, as well as the 11th Doctor's nicknames for his other selves.
I demand to be incarcerated in the tower immediately with my co-conspirators, Sandshoes and Grandad.
Grandad?
They're not sandshoes.
Number 3, the Doctor moves in, the Lodger. One of the funniest episodes as a whole sees the 11th Doctor move in with a human man, Craig, and attempt to lay low while investigating the alien living upstairs, preventing the TARDIS from landing.
I love you.
Well, that's good, because I'm your new lodger.
The Doctor fails quite spectacularly at being normal, because he's, well, the Doctor.
I thought we might be in trouble.
Thanks. Oh, if I ever am, you can come and save me with my toothbrush.
Although his quirkiness endears him to most of the people he meets, his flatmate becomes increasingly distressed as the whirlwind that is the Doctor runs roughshod over his life, beginning basically from the moment they meet, when the bizarre Time Lord pays in cash, talks a mile a minute, makes him an omelette, and intimates a friendship with the Archbishop of Canterbury.
References.
Is that a reference from the Archbishop of Canterbury?
I'm his special favourite.
Number 2, goodness me, I'm a man, New Earth. The 10th Doctor and Rose's first adventure in the TARDIS together takes them to New Earth, where they encounter an old enemy, Cassandra, the last human, while also contending with a hospital that's definitely breaking the Hippocratic Oath. Cassandra's disembodied consciousness invades Rose's mind as the hospital's heavily diseased experimental subjects threaten everyone inside.
But I've got nowhere to go. My original skin's dead.
Not my problem.
Amidst this, the Doctor demands Cassandra leave Rose's body, leading to her going into his. David Tennant playing Cassandra goes full camp, and her enjoyment of the Doctor's body is positively giggle-worthy.
Cassandra? Goodness me, I'm a man.
Rose's actress, Billie Piper, certainly seems to think so, as she's noticeably trying to contain her laughter the whole time, and we're right there with her.
Ooh, he's slim. And a little bit foxy. You thought so too. I've been inside your head. You've been looking.
Before we unveil our top pick, here's some honourable mentions.
A female Raxacoricophalopatorian can manufacture a poison dart within her own finger.
Yes, I did.
Just checking.
Just stand still and let the defabricator work its magic.
What's a defabricator? Okay, defabricator.
I begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done a Have you met the French? My God, they know how to party.
May I be of any assistance?
Ood on the loo. Yeah.
Number 1, The Doctors Go, The Husbands of River Song. While the 12th Doctor hasn't appeared thus far on our list, he does take the cake, so to speak. After encountering River Song, the Doctor is surprised to find that she doesn't recognise his new face.
Don't use my name, ever. How do you know me?
Well, it's a tiny bit complicated. People usually need a flowchart.
When she decides to steal his TARDIS, and she warns him that its interior dimensions may surprise him, the Doctor realises the opportunity he's been given.
God! Oh, it's bigger!
Yes.
On the inside.
After watching dozens, if not hundreds of people react to the TARDIS being bigger on the inside, he proceeds to give his own rendition, which is delivered with such overacted, grandiose ham that we can't help but laugh at the Doctor's attempt to show up his companion's comparatively understated reactions.
Sorry. I've always wanted to see that done properly.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.